Welcome back to the Crypto World channel, everyone. My name is Josh, and right now the price of Ethereum has seen a strong bounce along this exact level of support that I've been mentioning over my last few videos. And right now we're on our way up towards this exact resistance. This video is going to be really important for Ethereum holders to watch all the way to the end, because in just a moment I'll be going over brand new Ethereum price targets if we can get above this exact line of resistance. I'll also be covering the fact that over 500,000 Ethereum, which is worth over 1.8 billion US dollars, has been deleted from the Ethereum blockchain. All of that and more in this video, so make sure you're watching all the way to the end so that you're not missing out on any of this important information. And just before we jump into it, make sure to drop a like down below on the video, and if you're new to the channel, you might as well subscribe with notifications turned on for more updates just like this every day. But anyway, with all of that out of the way, let's get straight to what this video is about. So right here, we're on the Ethereum to US dollar chart on the 4-hour time frame, and you can clearly see here that over the past 1 day approximately, we have seen that short-term cool-off continue to the downside right into this strong support right here. So we did actually break below the golden pocket support range, and if you've been watching my Ethereum updates over the past few days, I've been letting you guys know that that has been strong support for Ethereum. But if we do break this exact support, which is at around 3,500, you can even go back and look at my previous Ethereum videos. I said it's extremely likely if we break that level, we're going to come straight down to this exact line here, which is coming in at just above 3.4k, and see a bounce along that line just there. And that's exactly what we've seen right here. And right now we've come pretty much all the way back up towards this horizontal line of resistance, sitting at just above 3.6k. It's coming in at more like 3,640, give or take. And so this movement that we've had over the past 24 hours approximately has actually confirmed this pattern as an ascending triangle pattern. I'll just get rid of that red box out of the way now. And what you can see is clearly Ethereum has been bouncing around between this support and resistance for quite a while now. And by the way, technically speaking, an ascending triangle pattern is a bullish pattern, which basically just means it's more likely to break to the upside than it is to break to the downside, but it's still not impossible to break to the downside. And getting into the technical price target for this pattern, if we can break above this resistance just here, the price target is coming in at around 3,950. So from the point of the breakout to that price target, you're talking about an 8.5%, nearly 9% gain for Ethereum. And that pretty much takes us right into our next major point of resistance, which is of course 4,000 US dollars. And the reason behind that is we've previously found strong resistance at 4,000 US dollars. So that price target definitely makes a lot of sense where it is. And for as long as we can get above the 78.6% Fibonacci level, which is right now coming in at around 3,730, approximately nearly 3,740, apart from obviously the current resistance level, the top of the ascending triangle pattern, the 78.6% Fibonacci level is basically the last potential point of resistance before we can start heading up towards around 4,000 US dollars. And that's definitely going to be a very important level to watch, around 4,000, because if we get above this previous high just here, then obviously at that stage Ethereum will be making a brand new higher high on the daily time frame, and we've yet to see that for Ethereum. We've already seen that for Bitcoin, but we're still waiting on that happening for Ethereum. And by the way, if Ethereum can see a strong break above this high just here at around 4,000, then honestly it's extremely likely that a break into a brand new all-time high is not too far after that, because if you're looking from that $4,000 high up to the all-time high, there's only around an 8.5% difference between those price levels, because the current all-time high for Ethereum is only coming in at around 4.4k, which is less than $1,000 away from the current price. And Ethereum has moved pretty much $1,000 over the past week and a half approximately, as you can see here. And if Bitcoin continues on its run to the upside, then that's definitely going to help Ethereum, at least against the US dollar, continue to rise to the upside as well. And also on the daily time frame, we do have this potential inverse head and shoulders pattern forming on the chart. As you can see, we've already got the left shoulder, we've already got the head, and right now we're potentially forming a right shoulder. What we would ideally need to see is a little bit more of a rejection actually to space out this right shoulder a little bit more, because let's just say if we break above the neckline right now on the current daily candle, then this wasn't exactly a right shoulder. We'll need to see a little bit more price action traded within this range, if that makes sense. The left shoulder and the right shoulder don't have to be the exact same, but they have to be really as similar as possible. But either way, even if we don't form the right shoulder properly and we just continue to break above the neckline, which by the way, the neckline is coming in at around 3,650 approximately, and if enough enough traders and investors out there are seeing this as an inverse head and shoulders pattern and trade it as if it's an inverse head and shoulders pattern, basically buying a lot of Ethereum on the breakout here, then it could almost become a self-fulfilling prophecy, and it's still possible for us to play out the price target for this pattern without forming a proper right shoulder if there's enough people out there trading this pattern as if it is a proper inverse head and shoulders pattern, if that makes sense. And getting into the technical price target, if this pattern does complete and we see a strong break above the neckline, the technical price target is coming in at around 4,680, so pretty much around 4,700 US dollars per Ethereum. So from the point of the breakout to that price target, that's around a 27% gain for Ethereum, and that will put us into a brand new all-time high. And staying on the daily time frame here, but bringing out the Fibonacci retracement tool from the all-time high down to this $1,700 low, what you can see here is actually very interesting. Looking at the golden pocket, when we first bounced up towards the golden pocket back during August, we found a lot of resistance along that exact Fibonacci level. And then the moment we broke that level, we saw a huge explosion in the Ethereum price. And then in the beginning of September, we came back down for a retest of the golden pocket to potentially confirm the breakout further to the upside. But what happened there was we immediately failed the retest. So we immediately dropped back below the golden pocket. And it was because of that fact that we started looking a little bit more bearish for the rest of September. And then it was obviously in the beginning of October, only around 1 to 2 weeks ago, that we came back up towards this golden pocket level at around 3.4K approximately. And then we got above the golden pocket, and just over the past couple days, we've come back down and seen a perfect retest of the golden pocket, and we've officially bounced along that level. We've held the golden pocket as support, which is amazing to see. You can clearly see here that we have flipped the golden pocket into support. Going back further on the chart to take a look at some previous times where we've actually flipped the golden pocket into support and what that means for the future price of Ethereum. This is the massive crash that we had during March 2020 when Ethereum crashed from nearly $300 down towards $90. And just bringing out the Fibonacci levels from that high down to that low, what we can see here is on that bounce back to the upside, we came straight into the exact golden pocket and found perfect resistance along that level. And then we broke to the upside, and then we came back down and flipped it into support. And the fact that Ethereum was using that golden pocket as support, that was setting us up for the next major move to the upside that actually started topping out towards the 1618 Fibonacci level. And that was when we were getting ready for the next short-term pullback in the price of Ethereum. And at that stage, the 1618 was coming in at around 410 US dollars. Now for this next pullback to the downside, bringing out the Fibonacci retracement tool to take a look. What actually happened here was when we started recovering back to the upside, we came straight into the exact golden pocket, found perfect resistance along that level, and then we broke above it. And then the very next day, we came back down and flipped it into support. We held the golden pocket as support, which is obviously amazing to see. That's the confirmation of the break to the upside. And then we came straight into the exact 1618 Fibonacci level, and that's where we found the next major resistance, which at that stage was coming in at around 600 US dollars per Ethereum. And then going over to the next pullback in the Ethereum price, that was back here during February 2021. Now this crash just here was very different on different exchanges, but here on the Kraken exchange, Ethereum fell from around 2,000 US dollars down towards 700 US dollars, all within one single day. So bringing out the Fibonacci retracement tool for that correction just there, what happened was the price of Ethereum started recovering and we got above the golden pocket pretty quickly, and we came back down and saw a perfect retest of the exact golden pocket. And the fact that we flipped that into support with a successful bounce along the golden pocket, that was setting us up for another bullish move to the upside. And what happened here was we didn't just stop at the 1618 Fibonacci level this time around. We actually continued up towards the exact 2618 Fibonacci level. And that, by the way, that's the current all-time high for Ethereum. So just taking another quick look at the current golden pocket and the next Fibonacci levels to the upside, the fact that we're holding the current golden pocket, which just a reminder is at 3.4K, this is really good to see because this is setting us up for potentially the next major move to the upside. And just going off those last few times for Ethereum that we saw a similar setup like what we're seeing right now, we could potentially head up towards the 1618 Fibonacci level, which by the way is coming in at just above 6,000 US dollars, almost exactly 6,000 US dollars, which by the way, from the current price of Ethereum to that level just there, you're talking about a 67% gain for Ethereum. So potentially a huge opportunity. Or if we continue even further to the upside to the 2618 Fibonacci level, like what we did the last time round, the 2618 Fibonacci level is currently coming in at around 8,000 $6,700 US per Ethereum. So from the current Ethereum price to that price target at 8.7K, you're talking about a 140% gain for Ethereum. Obviously, that's just a bit of speculation. That's only going off what we've seen the last 2 to 3 times on the chart. But regardless of what sort of level we might hit in the future, what we know for sure is the fact that if we're holding above the golden pocket, that is definitely a bullish sign. And don't forget this huge cup and handle pattern that is still in the middle of forming. Unlike Bitcoin, which has already completed this cup and handle pattern, Ethereum is still towards the end of this pattern, but it hasn't yet completed. For the Ethereum cup and handle pattern to complete on the daily time frame, we need Ethereum to continue gaining up towards around 3.9K and preferably a break above $4,000 to confirm this massive pattern. By the way, if that does end up playing out and we see a break above 4,000, then the technical price target is coming in at above $6,200. And now taking a quick look at Ethereum versus Bitcoin on the 4-hour time frame, what we can see here is just over the past 1 day, we have actually dipped just below this important range of support. So if you're only looking at that, that is actually a bearish sign for Ethereum because this is a very significant level. The subscribers would already know about this, but this level has been huge resistance and also huge support previously. So breaking below it is not really a good sign. But with that being said, we are still forming this bullish divergence on the Ethereum versus Bitcoin 4-hour time frame. And zooming out to the daily time frame, what we can see here is we've got this huge line of support where we've previously found 2 massive bounces along this exact line, and now we're currently retesting this important line of support. By the way, this is currently coming in at around 0.062 Bitcoin per Ethereum. So if we can hold the line, that would be amazing to see, and that will also play out that small bullish divergence on the 4-hour time frame. But if we do see a continued break below this important line of support, then I would expect a little bit more bearish price action to come into play for Ethereum valued against Bitcoin. But as I always say on the channel, I use bearish price action as a buying opportunity because so far just accumulating a little bit more Ethereum along these dips in the middle of this bull cycle has clearly not been a bad idea so far. But when it comes to that strategy, it's important to keep a long-term perspective and not necessarily expect profits immediately the next day. And quickly checking out the total amount of Ethereum that has been burned since the Ethereum Improvement Proposal 1559, which was an upgrade that Ethereum got within the London hard fork a few months ago. And just quickly for the beginners out there, what EIP 1559 actually is, it's an upgrade to Ethereum that burns the majority of the miner fees. So up until that upgrade a few months ago, all of the transaction fees on Ethereum, when you're sending Ethereum or Ethereum tokens, you'd pay that mining fee, and that fee would go to the Ethereum miners, the people mining Ethereum. But after we saw that EIP 1559 upgrade, the majority of those mining fees, those transaction fees, actually get burned. They get permanently deleted instead of going to those Ethereum miners. So you might be wondering, what do the miners actually get instead? Well, they still get the block reward every single block, and they can still get some fees in the form of tips. So for example, if you wanted to speed up your Ethereum transaction, you can make it a high priority transaction by increasing the gas limit, which is basically just increasing the fees for the transaction. And that extra increase, that miner tip, can still be sent to the miners. But with that being said, the vast majority of transaction fees right now are getting permanently burned. And since that upgrade a few months ago, over 500,000 Ethereum have been permanently deleted, which right now is worth over $1.8 billion US, gone forever. This is extremely bullish for Ethereum's long-term future because that is taking away from the circulating supply for Ethereum, which is reducing the selling pressure for Ethereum in the longer term. Because remember, before the upgrade, this would have gone to the miners, and the miners just sell that Ethereum back onto the market, creating an extra selling pressure. So this is reducing the selling pressure and also reducing the inflation rate, because remember, this is reducing the supply of Ethereum. This is Ethereum getting deleted. So all in all, this is great to see for everyone holding Ethereum for the longer term. And don't forget, I give you guys real-time updates throughout the day over on my Twitter for anyone still not following me on my Twitter. For example, a lot of the content that I covered in this video, you would have known about it hours ago if you're following me on my Twitter. So definitely make sure you're doing that. And the link to my official Twitter is in the description down below. And if you enjoyed the video or got something valuable out of this video, make sure to drop a like down below. And if you're new to the channel, you might as well subscribe with notifications turned on for more updates just like this every day. And also, considering the amazing opportunity that we are in right now, there's never been a better time to share these videos around with your friends and family before the next major move starts happening in Bitcoin and Ethereum. And for anyone that missed it, I made a video recently here on the channel showing exactly how I earn passive income every single day in the crypto markets. And that video is popping up right here on your screen. So if you're interested in making free money every day without any work required, definitely make sure you're checking out that video right now. But anyway, that's really everything I have to say for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you all in the next video.